Free toy, free toy.
$1 for the NFTs, right? I sold these shits to my fans for $1. People came, some people bought 20, some people bought 5, some people bought 60. It doesn't matter how much you bought. It was only $1. You spent $60, you bought 60. I need y'all to understand. One of those copies right now is going for 50,000, 60,000, 60,000. Yo, my nigga, and these are sold. They're sold. Go look at the list right now and see how small the sellers list is getting. Y'all don't understand what the is going on? Y'all don't understand I just cracked the industry? Y'all don't understand I just cracked it? I just cracked this whole It's cracked. It's over. I cracked It's over. It's over. No more middleman. All y'all artists out there, label, the nigga that's telling you, yo, you gotta wait for this day on Spotify and on this. Nigga, it's over. Y'all gonna get paid, and your fans gonna get paid, and they gonna keep coming to you. Why? Because y'all making money together.
Did not suffer superficial wounds. He was 14 times, 5 times in his back, 1 under his left cheekbone. In fact, his jaw was open. In the back of his head, and the rest in his torso, arms, and in his chest. It may seem sensational, but thankfully, like Dr. King, it was close to his heart but did not penetrate.
It's your boy BSG. We got some interesting news coming out of the whole Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez situation. Apparently, even though we just come to find that Megan Thee Stallion lied on Tory Lanez and Tory Lanez should be freed, apparently Megan Thee Stallion's fans are sending money to the inmate that Tory Lanez a whole bunch of effing times. Not sure why we're giving money to an inmate that's doing crimes in a prison to hurt an innocent man. Ladies, y'all say we're evil, but I mean, you guys just keep doing things that I don't know. But is this what we're doing now? Like, there was a GoFundMe for that lady that said the N-word. Like, are we just what are we doing in our society? We're just funding people, giving people money and prizes for doing horrible, bad things. It's just so weird, man. Guys, what do you think about this?
This whole Tory Lanez situation is crazy. Kelsey's bodyguard or whoever it is, he's a coward. He knew this information the whole time that could have provided justice for Tory Lanez. He let the whole trial go on. He let Meg Thee Stallion and all these different people lie on Tory Lanez when he knew the whole time he knew this information. He waits until Tory Lanez gets 14 times to come forward with this information. This is why men have to be men and stand up for what's right, stand up for justice, not be afraid of consequences and things like that. Just decent human beings in general have to stand up for what's right. Free Tory Lanez.
Now this. Why am I not surprised? Now Tory Lanez's case takes a turn after Kelsey's bodyguard alleges she was the one who pulled the trigger. Why did it have to take for the nigga to nearly die for you to say something? 14, by the way. It took that for you to. Oh my God, I feel bad. He shouldn't be in there. You're so stupid. I'm sick of you.
Megan fans, y'all made him a GoFundMe for attacking Tory Lanez? You know he's in jail for causing the passing of a 13-year-old girl? So goofy alert. It's just been brought to the internet's attention that Megan Thee Stallion fans have rallied together to basically create a GoFundMe for this man that caused Tory Lanez to be in the hospital after being 14 times, calling him courageous and bold and stating that he did this on behalf of women everywhere. He's a hero. Behalf of women, he whipped out a gun, proceeded to cause the passing of a young, innocent 13-year-old girl that he was messing with because she did not want to mess with him anymore. He was 22 when he did that. Yeah, y'all in the comments of some of these troll pages actually agreeing with the troll page is crazy. Y'all actually giving money to this man? Have we lost the plot? Can't even blame the CIA for this one. The community just cooked. Oh my God. Y'all really lost your minds with this one. Rest in peace to that young innocent girl. Heads up, he is literally never getting out. Look it up. I don't even... You know, I'm not even gonna talk on this, bro. What do y'all think about this situation? That's crazy.
Tory Lanez is one of the most talented artists of the generation. Why do you say that? Why do you believe that?
For sure.
Shout out to Tory, by the way.
I want to know somebody else right now who could drop an 80s project. Another artist that could come around right now and drop an 80s project. I really don't foresee it happening. That's one of the smartest things I ever seen. But outside of that, it's not many people that could do what Tory do. Like, it's very few artists that could sing, rap, step in any lane. Like, it's very few. Every artist got a lane. And with Tory Lanez, with artists like Tory Lanez, Drake, few other artists, man, it's very few that could. Tory Lanez wanted, like him, love him, hate him, whatever the case may be. You got to give people their flowers. I'm a realist, and I don't care what nobody say about what. Like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna be me, and I'm gonna speak on what I want to speak on. He definitely one of the most talented artists.
I mean, you talking about music. Like, I think that we live in this world where everybody want to mix.
Everybody want to mix everything, and that's the thing.
About music.
Like,
you're not talking about number music.
Free Tory, gang. Nigga, I already knew what it was. The people that don't know, it wasn't Tory that shot the gun. The Kelsey bodyguard just came up and gave him evidence as, you know what I'm saying that Kelsey was the one who shot the goddamn gun. Also, if you've been following the fucking case, bro, they also found that this nigga had no fingerprints or DNA on the gun that was shot. Why the fuck was the nigga in jail? Not only that, but the nigga almost died. It's funny, because niggas be trying to tell y'all who y'all real friends are when you come to these bitches, but y'all don't really be listening for real. This shit always end up biting y'all in the ass. But yeah, free that nigga Tory, bro. He one of our best, you know what I'm saying, artists in our generation. And me being an artist myself, bro, the only reason
for artists signed to the label. You're an artist. You're already signed to the label. You're doing shows, you're getting money. Start looking at your money and realizing, like, fuck me buying this chain right now. If I take this $100,000 and I put this into this department, and find out who these niggas are hiring, the guy in the digital department doesn't cost 20 grand. He costs $3,000 to do whatever it is that he's talking about. The guy on TV costs $7,000. The guy on, it doesn't, it's just, you just gotta learn how to use everything that the label uses. The label doesn't hire people that they employ or whatever the case is. They outsource people that you can employ. Right. And once you learn that, the world is yours. It's things you can put your money into that's gonna really change your life. And as an artist, you got the money to do it, so do it.
In the craziest turn of events, I'm seeing people talk about the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion thing and about the new evidence or whatever that came out with the bodyguard saying that it wasn't Tory who did it, yada, 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 right? And I'm seeing women, in the comment section talking about all this alleged, you don't believe allegations. What? Now it's, we gotta wait for more information to come out. We don't believe in allegations. I'm sorry. Since when? Since when is it innocent until proven guilty with y'all? Since when? Because as far as I'm concerned, every single time a woman comes out and alleges anything against a man, he's instantly guilty. But now evidence comes out of a witness being there saying Tory did not do it. It was Kelsey who did it. Now y'all are saying those are only allegations. We gotta wait until more information comes out. What? I'm watching hypocrisy in real time. This is crazy.
In Tory Lanez's case, all the naysayers have always concentrated on or focused on anything that he has ever done that's negative or perceived negative, right? But when it comes to the amazing things that he actually does, not too many people have a clue, right? There's several testimonies, individuals that came up to testify for Tory Lanez, and they said what he has done for, multiple people, you know what I mean? Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff that Tory Lanez does that he doesn't talk about, nobody talks about, especially himself. But, I think in this particular case, has to be brought to light, you know what I mean? Not to, put him on a pedestal, but also I believe that shows the character of who he is, right? And a lot of the times when individuals know the character, it's a lot easier for them to come up with their own vertical conviction if that person did what he did based according to the history of their character, right? Another scenario is when Tory Lanez was in jail, he opened up a foundation called the Hands of God, and this foundation was to help financially assist individuals who couldn't afford a proper lawyer, you know what I mean? So he actually funded these individuals with lawyers, and it's not just lawyers, it's the lawyers that he personally uses. So technically lawyers that cost hundreds or, you know, sometimes millions of dollars, right?
Me going to jail, the things that I had to see, the things that I had to do to help people, you know, I opened up a foundation called the Hands of God Project. The Hands of God Project basically allows for us to pay legal fees to get prisoners that were excessively sentenced to basically get back on appeal and also get resentenced and get home. And I send about 7 people up a month for resentencing. I give them all lawyers, all legal. The same lawyers that I use are the same lawyers that they use, so they're not getting some second-rate lawyer or anything like that.
You know, sometimes we have to hit rock bottom once again in order for us to reach the top in life, right? And at the end of the day, no matter what somebody tries to do, no matter if somebody's gonna lie on you, no matter if somebody's trying to take your life, somebody's trying to get you incarcerated, somebody's trying to end your life, somebody's trying to destroy your character, it doesn't matter what individuals do. If that's not what God has for you, it's not gonna happen. If your life is not supposed to end right now, it's not gonna happen. And that's the pompousness of evil individuals. They're so evil and they're so arrogant that they believe they write the hands of God. They believe they're the ones that choose what's gonna happen to someone else's life. They believe that they call the shots for somebody else's life. And at the end of the day, no matter what somebody tries to do, no matter if somebody's gonna lie on you, no matter if somebody's trying to take your life, somebody's trying to get you incarcerated, somebody's trying to end your life, somebody's trying to destroy your character, it doesn't matter what individuals do. If that's not what God has for you, it's not gonna happen. If your life is not supposed to end right now, it's not gonna happen. And, you know, even when he got stabbed 14 times, you know, they tried to make it as if it was just superficial wounds. And in some news outlets, that's what they said. But no, that wasn't it, man. Like 14 times. You know, he got stabbed in his back 5 times, okay? 2 times in his head. The other times in his torso, slightly missing his heart. He was bleeding out. Nobody is here just for the sake of being here. You know what I mean? You're not gonna get stabbed 14 times by an individual that's doing life in prison. So he don't care, right? He's doing life in prison. He ain't coming out, right? But you're not gonna get 14 times, slightly missing your heart, 2 in the head, you know what I mean? 5 in your back, missing all the vital organs, all those 14 stabs. That's not gonna happen to you and you still be alive and not know that you're designed for a purpose in life, you know what I mean?
Yo, once again, this has been the world. Y'all need to get Tory Lanez out of jail as fast as y'all can put him in there. It shouldn't take for him to get 14 times and almost for y'all to get that man out of jail.
So you guys want to hear a story?
Is currently recovering after being in prison. The attack occurred after the New York Post made contact with Megan Thee Stallion's team regarding the op-ed that I was working on with them, and Lanez was days later. But his representatives claims that Megan's best friend, ex-best friend, Kelsey Harris, is the one responsible for the shit. Now, I've been looking into this case for almost 6 months now. I immediately learned that George Gascon, the George Soros-funded prosecutor, railroaded Tory Lanez. And I've been actively working on a story. And this has been something that has been quite a movement. I did a petition with the Caldwell Institute for Public Safety at caldwellinstitute.org, where artists like Drake has encouraged his more than 140 million followers to sign this petition. We put it up on Wednesday. We're at almost 300,000 signatures today that advocate for the governor of California to intervene on this and pardon him, because I believe he was really railroaded.
The text message between Tory and I said, yo. He said, what's good? I said, how you surviving that? shit. Wish we could have sat down before you left. Because you know me and him hung out with Madonna when they were messing around. Don't believe me? Take a look at this photo. I said, do you have a number? He said, what's yours? Let me move on to the text messages now. Then we started to text message each other. I said, how are you? How you been? He said, incredible, in very high spirits and preparing to physically come home this year. I said, when? I need to come in there and get an interview, LOL. He said, I can't say exact days, but I know I'll be home this year. I said, how long you been gone? I'm so confused by your case. He said, actually, I have a crazy plan when I get back that I think you should know and be a part of because I'm only going to do one interview. And he said he's been gone 2.5 years. I said, I want to be a part of that plan. He said, it's honestly a bunch of suppressed evidence that was kept away from me during trial. I said, Wack told me that, but didn't say what. He said, like through trial, they keep saying it was inconclusive on the gun DNA, but I always knew I never touched the gun. So I asked my lawyer to retest it. And sure enough, I was 102% excluded completely from everything, just like I said. I said, well, why didn't you just say who did it? Fuck doing time for something you ain't do. He said, I took the rap for Kelsey, never wanted her to go to jail, and I never wanted Megan to get hurt or anything. So in me stopping her from getting shot, I got the raw deal. Crazy how life works. And to think they made me the poster boy for the unprotection of black women, when in all honesty, I protected 2 black women, one from getting shot and one from going to jail. Never said nothing in 8 to 10 years for them to live. It's a crazy, crazy place we live in. I said, but why you ain't just say that? And he said, I lost my mother at 11 years old. I couldn't sleep with myself. I was the reason for taking a mother away from her kid. I just couldn't do it.
And for all the big niggas celebrating Tory Lanez getting jail, suck dick, y'all hell. That's crazy. And the reason why I'm saying that is because y'all don't even know the nigga. And I don't know the nigga either. But it's just to say where y'all minds is at. That's weird energy. Like, what the fuck? Karma's a bitch, though.
Lawyer, is he good? All right, Tory's strong. I know Tory's very strong. He's gonna pull through. All right. On my real rights, listen up. 9 times out of 10, I need all my real rights to send your love and prayers out to him. Tory Lanez is in critical conditions at a California hospital after being in prison, and that's not even a joke. I just pray my man Tory is good. You know what I'm saying? I know how shit could be in there, man. Just pray you pull through. I'm not here to even talk about, to say the other name, this and that. I just hope you good, my brother. All jokes aside, I genuinely hope you are good. Nobody deserves this, no matter who it is. Please send your love and prayers out to my God, Tory. I hope you pull through, man.
Yo, by now everybody know what's going on with Tory, right? We all know he got stabbed, and allegedly they saying this the dude who saying he stabbed, and they had to airlift Tory ass up out of there on that helicopter. Anybody who been in prison know when that helicopter come, it's not no little scratch. Like, your ass this close to dying, and they gotta hurry up and get your ass to a hospital. But thank God he survived it, you know, and God blessed him. But this tell a young is like, I be trying to prevent him from killed in the street, and I be trying to prevent them from going to jail or prison because your ass could die in there too. But for some reason, they think that, yo, I could do my time. And it's like, they think everybody who go into jail and prison make it back home. And that's a lie. Your ass could die in there too. The same way you could die in these streets. And that's the conversation when Gilly and Wallow was telling mothers, yo, sometimes, you know, you might have to leave your kid in jail to teach them a lesson. No. Like, if you got money to bail your child out of jail and they fight their case from the streets, get them to jail. Because they could die in there. The same way jail and prison is the same every day. So the mothers who think, yo, because, oh, he's safe now, he's off the streets, and they feel don't feel comfortable. Because you think because they are away from these guns, it's guns in jail. But they call it's big ass knives. Son, and now they shipping your son back to you in a box, and you have money to bail him out of jail so he can fight his case from the streets. Now, you can't stop them once they get sentenced and get sent to prison. You can't stop that. But if you could prevent them from getting hurt in jail, do it. Get your kid out of there. Now, on a whole nother level, if this the dude who's in that California prison, all hell about to break loose. It's about to be a race war. Like dead ass. So anybody who in Cali who was a part of a gang, your new gang is your skin color. It's straight up. Like when they pop them gates, when they let them off a lockdown, somebody's getting hurt bad. Somebody's going to die behind this. Like for real. It's going to be a all-out race war. And them Mexicans don't want to hear, yo, I ain't got nothing to do with that. No, you do. You black. And you getting this shit out of you. So all that, you better hide under your bunk or something because it's going down. Like, this is all the shit that goes on in prison. So all the youth that's seeing this shit, now you seeing the other side that they don't show you on the cell phones when they got the iPhones and they smoking weed and drinking liquor. This is the side they don't show you that your ass could die in there. Yeah, the motherfucker hawk your ass down, 14 stab wounds and hit an artery and your ass is out of here. You know what I mean? So pay attention. It's not a game in there.
Got the ghetto gospel.